Okay, let's replace the battery. As you already know that NS200 and Dominar 400 comes with a Z9 battery as stock, wherein the stock one is Exide, and there's nothing wrong with Exide. It's a pretty good battery. However, if you're following me from a long time, you already know that I've been using Amaron batteries on my NS200. Now since I already sold my NS, it has actually gone with it. So now when time comes to exchange a battery, I was always thinking of using Amaron than Exide. It's nothing but I got a better deal and also a better performance in terms of using Amaron than in comparison with Exide. I'm not blaming Exide. Exide is a very good battery. It has a good service network. Nothing wrong in it. People can still choose it. It's up to you. However, personally, I have got better experience in Amaron, and since it is AGM based sealed battery, I felt it is better in terms of cold starts. So I still went for Amaron itself. So now already open the box. So let me show you it again. Already open the box. I'm not gonna speak in detail on this battery again. If you wish to know more about this battery, you can always check in the iCard above. I'll leave the link there so you can check it out. So now taking off the battery itself, this is the battery, and we also get the battery terminal screws, which I'm gonna use it now. I'll show you the installation in the later part of the video. However, before installing, I would like to do few steps. First thing being, I'm gonna use a silicon based grease on the terminals so that it can be protected against the corrosion. So that is one thing that I would like to do. You can feel free to use terminal sprays as well, which I'm gonna use it anyways in the later part. However, speaking of this silicon grease, you can purchase this online. You might not get this sachet because I got it through a service kit, but you can always purchase silicon grease. So I'll leave the link for purchasing this in the description below. So how to use this is pretty simple. Just open the packet. Now I'm gonna just take out one of the nut and apply a thin layer of silicon grease here. So this step is pretty optional. It's not a mandatory thing that you actually have to do, but doing this can actually add up to the service life of your battery. So I'm going to insert it here, right? Also, I'm going to fill little silicon grease inside this space. Again, it's pretty optional. I'm going to add it to the terminals as well. I'll just have to coat it evenly on all. So now if you have a paintbrush or something, it'll be easy for you to do. So I'm gonna do the same step on the other nut too. So I'm gonna apply a thin layer of silicon grease here and coat it thoroughly on the nut so that it will be protected against the corrosions. So now I'm gonna insert this nut into the battery and also add some additional silicon grease inside and also on the outside connectors. So that's all about the preparation for the battery before you install it on the bike. It's completely optional again. You can also use other grease, but other grease will attract more dirt than this one, and silicon grease actually lasts for a long time than regular greases. So you can choose which one to use. Again, I also leave the link to purchase the silicon grease and both the terminal protectors in the description below of the video, so you can check it out. So let me take this battery to the motorcycle and show you the installation process. The first thing that you have to do is taking out the pillion seat and then remove the two bolts holding the rider seat. Once it's done, take out the rider seat and then you get access to the battery itself. Always make sure that you remove the negative terminal of the battery first, since it is actually grounded to the entire chassis of your motorcycle. Once you remove the negative terminal, let's go on to removing the positive terminal. Once this is done, disattach the retaining rubber clamp and then remove the battery out of the motorcycle. After you transfer the old rubber clamp to the new battery, install the new battery into the battery tray as shown. Now the installation is opposite of removal. Make sure you always connect the positive terminal first and then followed by the negative terminal. Once both the connections are made, you can use some silicone grease to protect the terminals against corrosion. Once all this is done, you can go on and install the rider seat back. Tighten its two bolts and then install the pillion seat back. Now you can get testing it. And this is working perfectly. This was a very quick video, and if you people like this content, do consider subscribing to Archeonics and follow me on Instagram for more such interesting content.